G'day, I'm AJ. For too long, leadership has been defined by one thing: control. Control the team, control the outcomes, control the narrative. And what's that got us? What has it created? Burnout, fractured trust, teams that are just barely surviving and hanging in there. But there has to be a better way, and there is. There's one that doesn't lead to force and control and hustle, but instead builds on presence and connection and stewardship. You see, most leaders are operating in survival. They're pushing, they're proving, they're protecting, and it all comes at really high costs. High turnover, anxious teams, and cultures that are just held together by a thin thread. The old model of leadership, you see, is failing, and it's failing fast and failing forward. And leaders and their people are paying the price. So, in my keynote, From Survival to Stewardship, I'm going to guide leaders along what I call the leadership consciousness spectrum. It moves them from survival through the surrender tipping point into stewardship. They'll walk away with a clearer understanding of where they're at on that spectrum and how they can intentionally move forward. They'll get practical tools and frameworks so that they can lead with better trust, better clarity, and more presence. And insights drawn from my decades of leadership and culture experience, as well as wisdom from living on the land, Indigenous formed wisdom, and a real world profiling experience. This is about creating cultures that regenerate themselves, where people give their best because they want to, not because they have to. So imagine a world of workplaces where people feel safe and empowered and inspired, where leaders are grounded, courageous, and intentional. This is where we're going to meet. This keynote will move leaders from knowing to doing to being, from that survival to surrender and into stewardship. It's going to spark a change that the team members of these people are going to notice immediately when they go back into the organization. So if you and your people are ready to step off the survival treadmill and you want to lead with more courage and presence and care, this is the keynote for you. Lead as a steward, not a commander. Lead from the heart, not hustle. Lead with presence and watch everything else follow.